Okay, testing to make sure everything is good to go in terms of this video. Very quick book haul video, and as you see, I'm kind of wearing the same shirt that I had in the last video in terms of things, so I'm kind of filming these back to back to back, but we'll see how it goes. Hi everyone, my name is Rose, also known as TA Summers. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. So this is by the time that this video goes up, it's going to be early October. So this is very timely in terms of me getting back on track in terms of sharing some bookish content. So the very first thing that I'm going to talk about is my latest book haul, which I've bought quite a significant, maybe not as large as some of my other book haul videos in terms of things, but considering I've pulled back a little bit from buying a bunch of books and been using my library more since it's opened back up in terms of things, it was closed down for COVID for quite some time, and then I just didn't get a chance to go towards my library, though you've seen some of the vlogs that I've filmed at some of the libraries that I've visited, and whether it's my childhood library as well as one of the other libraries that I frequent in terms of being able to pick up books from. But I'm happy to say that I'm using my library again in terms of things, and I feel a relief because I can look at some of the new releases and have some be able to take some time to be able to read some of the ones that I've been able to pick up. But I did get a significant haul from my birthday in July, as well as a couple of books that I've been able to pick up recently. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into it, and I'm just going to showcase these books relatively quickly. So the first set of books that I'm going to highlight are actually ones that I won as part of a fundraising effort in terms of things, and I've wanted to read this author for quite some time in terms of things, and I'm happy to say that I finally have the opportunity to do so. And these particular books are autographed by the author, which I really appreciate, and I'm really glad to have them in my collection to be able to read. But the very first set of books that I'm going to talk about and they're all part of the same trilogy. I believe this is called The Coffee Shops of Love, and this is a series written by Carmen Lee. And so the first book, I believe, is, let me make sure I got this right because I don't want to get them out of order, but I believe the very first book in this series is called Cups of You by Carmen Lee, and this is the cover for it right here. Second book in this series is called Sips of Her, and this is the cover of this here. And then I believe the last book in this respective series is Taste of Him. As you can see, this is the cover right here. So I'm really excited to be able to read this author and have these books in my collection in terms of things. So I'm really glad to have these and to have the opportunity to be able to read them. So I have a number of romance paperback books, and I'm kind of hoping that I haven't featured these in a previous book haul video. If I have, I am so sorry, because it's been a little bit since I've done a book haul video in terms of things, but I'm going to highlight these relatively quickly in terms of new additions into my collection. Some of these are individual books, and then others of these are part of series. So I'll kind of go through them relatively quickly. I believe, let's see, the majority of these are from various publishers, so I'm just going to go through them quickly. First one that I want to highlight is one that was an anticipated release for me, which I have the other books in the series, but I have not had a chance to read them, but this is the third one in this respective series, called Hell's Bells. This is by Sarah MacLean. This is Knockout. As you can see, this is the cover right here. I'm really excited to be able to read this. The second one is a collection of 2 stories, and I believe this is from Nora Roberts. I think I picked this up from Target in terms of things, as you can tell by the sticker, but this is Danger Zone. This is the cover right here. This has the stories, The Art of Deception, as well as Risky Business, so I'm excited to be able to read these. The third book in this, I'm not 100% sure if this is part of a series or if this is a standalone. I want to say this is a standalone, but this is by Sarah Morgan. This is One Summer in Paris. As you can see, this is the cover right here. If this is part of a series, I will gladly amend this when I do the editing for this video. So just FYI. And then I have, as I mentioned before, an author that I've read for many years, and this is one of the latest additions to my collection. This is from Lori Foster. This is The Honeymoon College. As you can see, this is the cover right here. All right, we have some more paperback, mass market paperback books that are romance. And these, most of these are from Harlequin and one from Avon Books. So the first one that I'm going to highlight is one that I also got as a galley, but I also picked up the physical copy for it. This is from Julianne Long. This is How to Tame a Wild Rogue. This is from the Palace of Rogues series. As you can see, this is the cover right here. And this is a really cute cover. I like it a lot. I'm definitely planning on reading more of Julianne Long's books on the channel and reviewing them and giving my thoughts about these. And then I have 3 Harlequin titles. These are part of the Harlequin Special Edition line. I want to say that I probably featured this particular book on a book haul before, but I'm not sure if I did. If I did, like I said, I'm sorry. But this is one that I was highly anticipating. This was from Shannon Stacy. This is her younger man. As you can see, this is cover here. And I've read Shannon Stacy for years in terms of things, so I was excited to be able to pick this up. And then I have 2 from the same author that are part of the same series that I'm really excited to be able to read. This is from Mona Schroff. This is part of the same series, which I believe it's called the Once Upon a Wedding series. So this is part of the same series, and I think I have the first 2 books in the series that I may have featured on the channel before as part of the series, The 5-Day Reunion, which is the cover for the first book in this respective series. I have that as a physical copy and as a galley. And I also have Matched by Masala, which is the second book in that series, which I also have a physical copy of, and I had it as a galley. But I also purchased the 3rd and 4th books in this respective series as well. The 3rd book in this respective series, Once Upon a Wedding, is No Rings Attached. As you can see, this is the cover right here. Really cute cover. I really I really enjoy Mona Schroff's writing in terms of things. I have not reviewed one of her books on the channel before, but I'm definitely planning on remedying that pretty soon. So that's the 3rd book. And then the 4th book is The Business Between Them. This is the cover for that here. So I am planning on reading this particular series from the beginning just to have context between the couples. I don't think you need to read these in order to get an idea of the series, because I think they're interconnected, and so it does inform you of like the particular people who are involved in this series. But I am going to start art from the beginning and then read through all 4 of these books. Then I have 2 books that I was able to get secondhand in terms of things from Pango Books. So the first one that I want to highlight is one that I'm very excited to be able to read. It's from one of my favorite authors. This is from Mira Grant. This is a physical copy of Unbreakable. And I am very excited to be able to read this alternative take on the magical girl genre. As you may know, that I'm really into anime and manga and different stories like that. So it was really interesting to be able to pick this up and see the premise of this respective story. And I believe this is autographed. Yeah, this is a signed special edition that was limited to a limited number of copies. I don't know if you can see that here. It may not show up on the camera, but it is numbered and signed by the author. So that I was really excited to be able to get this secondhand. And then the second book that I was able to get secondhand off of Pango Books that I'm really excited to be able to read, that I have not read from this author yet. And I'm kind of surprised that I have not read from this author yet, but I'm planning on remedying that. This is Cherishing the Goddess by Lucy Eden. And this is the cover for it right here. Really cute cover. And then lastly is another anticipated book of a trilogy that finally finished. So now I can actually start from the beginning and read all of them in one, maybe not in one go, but at least I own all of the books in this respective series to be able to complete it. This is from M.A. Carrick. This is Labyrinth's Heart, which is the 3rd book in the, I believe, the Rook and Rose series. So this is part of a trilogy, a fantasy trilogy. I'm really excited to be able to pick this up from the beginning and being able to read it in full. But I have all three of these books now, so I'm really excited to be able to pick it up. And I think that might be it for my book haul video. Not very many books this time around in terms of things, and I think that's chronicling over all the books that I have bought in maybe at least since my last book haul video. But I know it's been a little while, but I'm excited to be able to get to them and to have them in my collection. So there's that. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell to be informed of when I post new videos. Thank you again for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next video.